It should be clear to everyone that listens to this channel that Ripple's going to play a profound role in building the financial system of the future. And we talk about making payments fast and cheap and banking the unbanked, but it's bigger than that. The very drivers of the global economy is quickly being replaced. Things like labor and productivity, human value of time. The whole system of global society needs to be reworked, and it will be reworked. And further, just challenging what is money, what is value. It's all going to be rewritten. This is a ground up, retooling of the financial system and really society itself. Ripple's going to play a big role here. We know this will happen for a couple reasons. Number one, and clearest to see, the current financial paradigm, the current financial system is broken. You can't stack on debt to infinity. There will be a breaking point. And I think we've, cruised on past that. But we will be transitioning into the post-labor economy on our way to the age of abundance. We'll talk about this, but the transition, it ain't going to be easy. It's going to be radical. It will be violent for sure. And not everyone will make it to the new world. Some people will be stuck in the old world and be left behind because they can't adapt. We will see full automation. It's only a question of how long will that take, but we don't need to get to a full automation of the workforce to see massive turmoil. When we look back to the 2008 financial crisis, or peak unemployment during that time reached 10%. Look at the dramatic effect that had on the economy, the global economy at that time. A 10% unemployment wreaked havoc. Now, when we look at the capabilities of just AI today, forget that it's rapidly accelerating in capability like nothing we've ever seen. Most jobs, a lot of jobs, a significant portion of jobs are going to become obsolete, and there's no great replacement. Machines replaced us in terms of, pure labor, in terms of physical labor, and now those thinking jobs are next to go, and there's nothing else to do. You're going to have people sitting around with absolutely nothing to do. And you can't look at that and say, you know what, 10%, 15%, 20% of the workforce isn't going to become obsolete fairly quickly. It will be gradual at first, of course, but it'll start picking up steam. And in no time at all, we're going to be in a world of hurt here, trying to figure out what do we do with these people that can no longer be productive, can no longer earn. And again, it's a fate that's waiting for all of us. You may not be affected day one, year one, but it's coming. We can sit around and talk about CBDCs and connected with that, real-time payment systems, UBI programs. And we could talk about, if they're good or not, but it doesn't matter. Those are the tools in our arsenal here to try to deal with this, situation as we make this transition, and they will be used, and someone will be front and center in ushering this technology to the forefront to try to curb some of the pain and disruption as we move into the new world. We take a look at Ripple, their capabilities, the XRP Ledger, of course, their connection to a lot of these government agencies and projects and studies that are connected to real-time payment systems, CBDCs, and eventually UBI programs. I think it's clear they're going to play a massive role here. We look at the Faster Payment Task Force. We've talked about that in the past. An initiative by the Federal Reserve to improve the speed, efficiency, and reliability of the U.S. payment system. The Bank of England FinTech Accelerator, Ripple participating in their program, collaborating, testing the potential of Ripple's technology for real-time gross settlements and cross-border payments, demonstrating the capability to synchronize transactions across different ledgers. And that's also what it's about. Every different country and territory will have their own programs. It's still going to be a global economy. Money will have to flow between them. You need a bridge asset. You need a bridge currency. You have the Digital Dollar Project. Ripple has not officially been listed as a partner with the Digital Dollar Project, but their technology and solutions are often cited. SBI Ripple Asia, Saudi Arabia Monetary Authority, working closely with them. European Central Bank and Bank of Japan. Ripple's been involved in discussions and pilot programs with central banks in Europe and Japan to explore the use of their technology. The Monetary Authority of Singapore and Project UBI, which explores the use of blockchain and distributed ledger technology for payments and security settlements. We just had the news the other day about Ripple, making an investment into Brazil so people could build out various systems there in Brazil and their payment systems. We have, their project with Palau and their CBDC. When you look at Ripple's, website right now, it's not just, cross-border payments. CBDCs is a top part of their business, a huge area of growth, one that they are focused on. This is all part of a collective vision to build out the future, and they're going to be a massive player. You're going to need something like a CBDC where governments can distribute UBI directly to citizens without intermediaries. And we saw a little bit of this, during the pandemic, where they sent everyone cards instead of checks, having to rely on the banking system. And it's kind of a nightmare. If this is going to be an ongoing basis, people are going to need apps on their phone. And really the government can monitor financial systems and inflation data and adjust things appropriately to zoom out, value in real time to people that they can use. And these types of payments, this form of money, it may have an expiration date, use it or lose it to stop people from hoarding it. And they're going to control all the levers of the economy. Money going out, money coming into the economy, what it's being spent on. And of course, this gives governments, massive control over the populace. I'm not making this video as, things I want to see happen or what I think is the best world, but it is the track we are on and the track I believe we are going down. They are going to want to track what you are doing in real time, income you are receiving, what you are spending your money on. This is their vision, their dream scenario, and it's going to happen. And you're going to have to because, you don't have any value that you can really go out there and earn a living in a practical manner. Now, I think there's a better future on the horizon once we make this transition as things like AI and other, technologies brings the cost of production down as close to zero as you can possibly get. Where the concept of money, at least as we think of it, probably ceases to exist. But that's a long ways off. And how do we get there? How do we reach that? Well, I don't see any other way. Further, they want to usher this in quick. It's no accident. You see AI firing on all cylinders, all this investment dollars rolling in because they understand it's going to be collapsing here, our current financial system, and they have to replace it and do so quickly. And it's not because we failed. It's because of this paradigm shift. It's because of this change in the global economy. The fact that human labor has been made obsolete. We couldn't stop it. We couldn't help it. So now it's time for the new solution. That's what they're going to have to tell you. And it's really more than that. It's the fact that they've dug themselves a big hole that there is no other way in getting out of other than redesigning the whole system. They're going to have to do it. And I believe Ripple and their technology is going to play a big role here. And in this type of environment, cryptocurrencies, money that cannot be debased, true value that can be held without a central authority, that a government can't say, hey, you either spend it or you lose it and retract that payments and whatever other controls they want to have. That type of value becomes exponentially more valuable in the future, in my opinion. When you are doing transactions between countries, do they want your funny money, your UBIs? I mean, it's already funny money today. It's going to get exponentially worse. No, they're going to want true value, real value. That could be gold, commodities, trading, various things, or it could be cryptocurrencies, true value, true money, God's money. There's going to be some different players here, different crypto that brings various attributes to the future that you will want to own that will be valuable. But I think XRP plays a very significant role in this future, and in the systems of the future, it's going to be one of the cryptocurrencies governments use to settle between themselves, banks, financial institutions. It's fast. It's built for scale. It is a, money of the future. Absolutely. We hear of all this stuff going on, and it's like, oh, it's never going to happen. It's a pipe dream. I mean, just look no further than AI. How far that seemed to be in the future. We knew it was going to happen, this transition, but we just thought it may take quite a bit of time, and now it is running up on us super quick. It's going to be the same thing with crypto. Companies like Ripple, technologies like the XRP Ledger, they're going to come out of nowhere, and decades worth of advancements will happen overnight, in a couple weeks, in a month, in a year. It's going to be amazing. I don't know exactly what the future looks like, and I don't think anyone alive does, because no one's went through this type of transition. I'm not sure if there's been a transition like this again that's ever happened in human history, but it's going down. Let me know what you think down below. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.